Bionanogenomics, technical analysis, fundamental statistics, along with reviewing my current positions and the price chart. Starting off the price action, what are we looking at today? We're looking at a horrible day. Oh my gosh, we're down 8% almost on the day. Guys, it's because of the NASDAQ. Let's be honest. Come on. All of our stocks were down big today. All right. BioNano, yeah, it was one of the worst performing ones, but you got to consider BioNano, it's basically, it's not as tech heavy as Microvision, but it's very tech heavy, right? Their product is very tech heavy, right? So they're going to follow the NASDAQ more than the other two indexes and more than some of these other stocks, So keep that in mind when you're comparing BioNano to its competitors. And speaking of competitors, let's compare it, okay? They're middle of the pack, basically, right? They're technically second worst, right? But basically tied for there. And then obviously one of them absolutely got killed today. These are some of BioNano's competitors in the genome space. So they really didn't do horrible today. And also, guys, check out that little E next to the name, right? Earnings is coming up. What does that mean? That means moon. That's what it means. All right, not really, but it probably does. I think it's going to be really good earnings. We're going to be talking about that more and more every day. But as far as the technicals, we have this ascending level of green support here. That's the level that you're going to want to watch. We have one touch point here at the bottom of the correction, and then it's just been high flying since that. Right, we got a touch point in the pre-market yesterday. Big bounce, and we're about to get one in the after hours today. At some point, we're going to get a bounce off of this. We also have this green rectangular level of support that has acted as a support level, a very important one, and resistance level in the near past. So what does this mean? That means that there's a huge chance that we see a strong bounce off this level. Now, we already kind of have with this candle wick, this hourly candle wick, and we kind of got rejected there, right? But guys, we got much more room to go, in my opinion. Much more room. But of course, if the NASDAQ keeps bleeding, we're all going to die, bro. Literally, we're all going to die if the NASDAQ keeps bleeding, right? There's nothing we can do except long-term you can hold, and then you can beat the market and beat all the haters and anyone who thinks BioNano is going to be bad, in my opinion. Or the haters will be right and the bears will be right. You never know. I don't think that's going to happen, but do your own research. So, yeah, I think we're likely to see a strong bounce off this level. We have two. We are going to kind of have a little bit of a bull flag, kind of, but this descending red trend line right here, I don't want to call it a bull flag just because in the recent past this hasn't really been a very validated level. I mean, if we move it up a little bit, like, yeah, okay, kind of, but we've had to adjust this line so many times. It's not that accurate, and yeah, of course, it was a perfect validation trend line at a time, but not really anymore. This looks more like, to me, just an uptrend starting right now, and we're about to see that ascending support. Seeing if we're going to get a bounce, that's going to be important to watch. But let's look at the daily. Let's look at the relative strength index and the MACD. Let's see what we're looking at. All right, RSI, relative strength index, 45 is what we're looking at under neutral. We got plenty of room to run. We had a run up from 36, right? We had a run up to 50. We're cooling down along with the market, right? And now it's time to start mooning. The gas is full, and we're ready to go. That's what the technicals, as far as RSI, at least signal to me on the daily MACD. Any day, once we get a couple green days or even one green day, we're probably going to get that bullish crossover. That's going to represent a lot of bullish momentum for the stock. Okay, seriously, that is a strong. We don't like the daily MACD, but in this situation we do, because we're about to get bullish confirmation if the signal line crosses over. Let's look at the Bollinger Bands of the day. Let me maximize this for you. Okay. Middle Bollinger Band is trading at 962. That's far above our price action, right? And as we get farther away from that middle Bollinger Band, we're going to be seeing more pressure to try to get back there, because that's what the price action wants to do. It doesn't want to be up on the top band or on the bottom band, right? It wants to be in the middle and have some equilibrium. That's one way you think of it, right? And as far as the outside bands, we're seeing some decreased volatility signaled to be by the hooking end of these bands, right? There's not really much price action probability I can tell you based off of that. But what I can tell you is that we have cooled down, and this is an uptrend overall, of course, the last couple of months, right? I mean, but not very consistent one, right? I mean, this is a news-driven company, but guys, we're in an uptrend. Short term, we have this ascending trend line right here. We're about to touch it. If we go back to the 1 hour, you can kind of see what I mean. All right, we're in an uptrend. This is a great company. I think there's a huge chance. Personally, I think there's a huge chance that I'm sticking to my prediction. I know you have not forgot when I predicted a 20 to 50% increase in the stock price. in the next couple of weeks. I don't know what day I said that. I said that on some day like right in here or in here. I don't know when I exactly said it, or in here. I don't know, but I'm sticking with that, okay? Because we got earnings, we got several conferences, we got presentations, we got a ton of stuff, and the market has cooled down. If the market can just stabilize, how we've wanted it to, all we want is just the market to just go sideways and just not do anything, and our stocks will be fine. But if they can do that, we're going to be fine. And of course, I can be wrong on that prediction, right? That's not like a price target prediction where I'm like, okay, this is an extremely high prediction, high conviction prediction. No, no, no. That's just what I think is going to happen. That's not like a set in stone calculated price target, right? That I've actually set down and thought about like for days on, okay, what are we thinking here? So all right. Last thing, moving averages on the daily. We're looking fine. We're in gold. We have golden crosses. All right, we have golden crosses all over the place. Okay, all over the place. 200-day exponential moving average below the 55 and the 15-day moving average. We're looking absolutely amazing. Let's look at some other stuff. Insider ownership, 3% of the total outstanding shares owned by insiders. This is slightly bullish in my opinion. Institutional ownership, institutional ownership is not that important. No, I'm not just saying that because BioNano has low institutional ownership. I promise you. Okay, I've been saying this is consistent. You go back and watch my last videos, and you'll see me say the same thing most times. All right. I don't rant about this every time, but this time I'm going to, because I know there's probably some people freaking out that it's low, right? Oh, it's low institutional ownership. Okay. Institution's record is not that. My record in the last couple of months, 54% cumulative profit and loss. Most of them are not pulling a 54% return, and that's after today's sell-off, right? Today was like a 6% sell-off, right? For me, of my 60% was profit, right? Percentage return. Most of the institutions are not getting 50% return in a couple of months. I'm not saying I'm smarter than them. I'm not saying we're all better than them. I'm just telling you that they are not getting crazy returns, and most of you guys are probably beating these institutions as well. Okay, go look at their track record. Go to their website. Go to their past performance. Go to ARK's past performance. Right, they got great last couple of years, but last 1 or 2 years, right? But if you go back, they don't have a great track record, because they only have I don't know what exactly the percentage returns are, but it's not 100% every year. I'll tell you that. It's not 50% every year either. Okay. So this stat is, institutions don't know what they're doing half the time. Okay. That's essentially what I mean. Insiders know what they're doing because they know information that no one else does. They know about the business. They know about the confidence of the CEO. They know about the plans. They know more. In the aggregate, I would rather trust them than the institutions. FinViz has similar information. Insider ownership, they're undershooting, but we do like to use as many sources as we can to get the information without just going through like 7,000 different sites and just boring you with the same stat. Okay, this is actually cool. Keep on buying BioNano stock, says analyst following healthcare conference. Okay, finally one analyst got it right. Okay, all right. $15 price target. That's what this guy is predicting. Investors are expected to pocket 69% gain if the analyst's thesis materializes. Okay, just imagine what my $50 price target would pocket as far as percentage gain. All right, look at this price target. All right, 50. Imagine if that $200 price target. Okay, a lot of people don't like that $200 price target, and that's fine. I don't care what you think. This is what I think. But $50 is my end of year price target. This person's is 15. It's not an end of year price target, but that's just their price target. But this is good. This is good for the stock. No one cares. Everyone just neglects the news that comes out for BioNano for some reason. I don't know. I don't know why. Recently, the last couple of months, it's like, why is the news not making any difference for BioNano? But anyway, this is what we're looking at as far as recent news. Okay, BioNano Red. All right, if you want to go on here, I mean, I'm just recommending it to you. There's some good stuff on here. I'm going to be honest with you. This thread is not as good as a lot of others, but I just wanted to give you guys this. This is a good, kind of good, useful website of information sometimes that you can look for investing knowledge. Average monthly stock market returns. All right, so this is broader market, right? This isn't necessarily, well, it is necessarily related to BioNano, right? Because the BioNano will move with the market at least a little bit. But this is important because right now we're in March. What are the next couple months looking like, right? They're looking very good historically. Now, of course, that doesn't mean, okay, we're going to get this much return next month, right? No, it doesn't mean that. It doesn't mean that at all. But what it does mean is that March has been a horrible month so far for the stock market, right? It's been not that good. This week, we're down like 1.5% on the NASDAQ, I believe. And we're supposed to be going up 1% in the aggregate since 1980 to 2018. So this is bullish. This is bullish. Next 3 months, if it was the end of July right now, I would be like, okay, guys, keep some extra buying power on the side. But because of this is this is a reason to be like, okay, maybe it's time for me to use some of that buying power on the dip, right? Like today's dip, and you could have bought MP Materials right before they had earnings, which I predicted that they would have great earnings, and they did. Only up 5% after hours, but if you bought in at the lows, oh my gosh, I mean, you're looking very good. Next up, U.S. economic calendar. All right, this is actually really important. There's none scheduled. All right, now how is Brandon going to make a 5-minute rant about nothing scheduled? All right, watch me. I will. I can rant about anything. Trust me. Okay, but this is good for the stock market because nothing surprising is something that the stock market loves. We want no surprises, no shocks, no scares, nothing fearful. Right? We just want nothing. Just smooth sailing. Just let the investors do what they do. Right? Everyone's going to buy in. Stimulus coming in. A lot of stimulus checks have not been actually received yet, I believe. A lot of people are going to be using that money to invest, and there's nothing scheduled for tomorrow. There's no Powell conference to crash the market again, right? The last one was good, but the one before that was not good at all. So this is bullish in my opinion for tomorrow. But of course, Friday is the sell-off day. Monday is the rally day. Friday is the sell-off day, or at least in the power hour. That's usually how it works, but not always. Of course, not always. Current positions. All right. Let's see what Jumia is doing after hours, because I pointed this out in the last one. Jumia is in an amazing buy zone. Okay, not doing much. Okay, 15%. Let's look at the chart real quick. I would be loading up on this if I had buying power, but I'm tied up until I start making some crazy profits on some of these plays. I'm holding because I am not selling for losses. I do not like selling for losses unless there's just something so good that I just have to. But this is right at a support level. It's trying to bounce. It got 15% down when the Nasdaq's only like 3% down. It's crazy. It's crazy. But it needed a cool-off day, and it got that cool-off day. Now it's at a support level. That's a good buy zone in my opinion. And as far as my other current positions, all right, it's the same. I did some trades today. I didn't do as many as yesterday. I added some to CTXR. What else did I add? I don't even remember. Maybe MP Materials. I think I added a little bit. Okay. Anyways, you guys, if you really care that much, okay, you can go compare the last video if you want. All right. But that's what we're looking at. All right. Those are all the price targets. Bio-Nano, $50 bear case, $100 to $200 into your bull case, in my opinion. Relevant information in regards to the title has finished now. Feel free to click off your more important things to do. This is the part where I would do stuff most YouTubers do in the first 5 seconds, plus cool stuff as well. I think. Merch/Patreon. We're ready. Merch/Patreon is ready. Link in the description if you're interested at all in getting merch and getting perks for a very cheap price, in my opinion. YouTubers that you can trust besides me a little bit, right? A little more than the average YouTuber. Debt Inside, Zip Trader, and Trace Trades. Those are the three. Yeah, they all have sold out way more than me, in my opinion, asking for likes and, putting ads and everything else. I don't sell out. The only thing that I've done that is maybe considered sell out is set up a Patreon, but I don't advertise that during the video. I advertise that in the irrelevant section, which I'm allowed to. And I've been saying I've been allowed to. I've set that standard where I'm allowed to rant and do whatever in this section, so it's fair. Did y'all like the riff? I put the riff in the last video I just posted. And then I'm going to put in this one as well. Yeah, that's actually me playing guitar, that little riff. I'd love to add drums, but I'm not that good of an audio engineer. But yeah, the guitar riff. What do y'all think? BrandonBallCR.com. That's where you want to send your serious suggestions or questions. Webull is the best broker. Use the link below in the description if you want to get some free money in the form of free stocks. Our business model is never going to change. Buy on to the moon. Stocks only go up. Go all in on GameStop and Tesla calls. Yes. Not really. Don't do that, please. This is just a funny quote. Anyways, it's not financial advice, guys. Thank y'all so much. I'll see y'all in the next one.